Thank you, Producer Chase. This is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here in Shelbyville, Tennessee. Bedford County, about 50 miles south of Nashville, 25 miles south of Murfreesboro. And today in the sunny Green Hills, not so much yesterday, thank you, Producer Chase, but hopefully it's going to be a great, matter of fact, I know it's going to be a great day today because we got all kinds of stuff going on here in the community of Shelbyville. It's that time of the month where we have the celebration, walking the horse, whatever you want to call it. Chief Executive Officer Warren Wells to come in here and talk about the many things going on out there at Celebration Grounds. Good morning, Warren.
Good morning. Thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. Appreciate you coming in. And we know we got a lot of horse barns tuned in out there, and I bet they're full of activity right now.
I hope so. They got one more day before they're showing at the Fun Show. So Fun Show is here. It is horse show season in Middle Tennessee.
Kind of explain the Fun Show and how many days it is and the tradition there and all that sort of thing.
So this is for the calendar year. This is the first show of the year that the Celebration owns. We own 3 of them. Obviously, the Celebration in August, the Fun Show in May, and then the Fall Classic in November. So this is our first one. It's one of my favorite shows. It's the weather's turning around. It's getting pretty, getting nice. It's still early enough in the season that you're seeing horses for the first time, things like that. So this is our 55th annual Fun Show.
Think it's going to stick around?
Yeah, it seems like it might make it, I hope. And so that that's real exciting. Fun Show's going to be in the Cooper Steel Arena this year. We got great weather tonight, but this weekend got some storms coming back in Saturday, so kind of glad we made that decision. It's really hard we love having it outside because we get some good temperatures. But it's always bad weather.
It's almost a flip of a coin this time of year on weather. So and it's very difficult to move things back inside, I know, logistically. I think it's great. Plus, I think it's a great way to showcase Cooper Steel Arena, all the improvements you guys have done out there in partnership with Cooper Steel. And what a great way to showcase it.
Yeah, that's one thing, as you know, that we discuss at our board meetings of putting this show outside or inside. And, when you've got so many upgrades to the Cooper Steel Arena, how beautiful it is. Might as well have the Fun Show in there, and it also makes the celebration that much more special when that's the only show that only walking horse show that you're going to have out there. So it's super exciting. But most people a lot of our customers and our fans are coming in town today. The show starts tomorrow, so it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And we have a little excitement tonight. We have all of our sponsors. It's hard to put these shows on without sponsors.
Have to have sponsors, and we do appreciate all of them. Very much so.
Yes,
you going to show that appreciation tonight?
We are. We're going to have a sponsors party, and it's something, Scott, it's been in my vision almost for 4 years now to have a party in the big oval outside, have a band, have great food, people, have some stream lights coming off the center ring, and just really enjoy that amazing arena.
Weather's been kind of against you in the past, hasn't it?
It has never happened in my 4 years. But this year,
going to happen.
Knock on wood. I mean, I don't know what's going to mess us up now, but I think we're going to have it. So we've got quite a few people that sponsor to help us put that show on. It's a very expensive show to put on. And so they sponsored that, so we're going to have a party tonight. We've got Southern Connection Catering that's going to be there, and the entertainment. So I found this young lady. I had a business meeting at a place, and she was the entertainment that night. I love live music, and I couldn't just stop listening to how amazing she was. So I looked her up, and we have a company that helps us with event stuff and event mix. And I said, hey, look this person up. Would love to maybe have them. And so her name's Claudia B. She's been on The Voice. She's worked with John Legend, Dan and Shay, Winona Judd, and so a bunch of stuff. So her and her husband are going to play at the show tonight, or at the sponsors party tonight. So we're real excited about that.
Outstanding! What a great entertainment opportunity there. I didn't know you were a record producer too.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, good deal.
I would fail at that.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to that, and obviously great entertainment, and the Southern Connection will be great food too.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Come on out for you folks who've been invited there. I think that starts at 6 p.m.
6 o'clock.
1,800 for you military types. Okay.
Yep.
Roger that. What else you got going on?
Well, I was. Last time we were here, we talked about some of the events that we had upcoming, and so we had that Gypsy Vanner show.
How'd that go?
It went really well.
Those are really pretty horses.
Man, aren't they?
describe for an audience. I mean, you've done this in the past. What do they look like?
Well, I kind of describe them as stocky. The ones that I had always looked up, they were kind of a little bit stockier, but the ones that I saw were like draft horse sizes, and then just all this gorgeous hair. I mean, the hair on the they call them feathers on the feet, beautiful manes, tails. I mean, those horses walking around the showgrounds, they were just huge and gorgeous. It was a really neat show. We hope that we're going to partner with the Gypsy Vanner industry and have more shows coming forward.
Deal.
I think the feedback that we got, they were really happy here. It's just one of the first times they've been down here, so we're hoping to get more and bigger shows of theirs.
Well, you guys are doing a great job of doing that and get more and more events. I think, what are you up to? Is it 43 events, 44 events?
Yeah, 43, I believe. It's kind of where we are. And we Scott, you know this, but we have a director of arena operations that helps us recruit shows. He's been in the industry in the
long time.
Yeah, in the equestrian facility industry for over 20 years, or close to 20 years, and so he's doing a really good job getting us some new breeds and things like that. It wasn't too long ago. I think we had maybe a two-breed facility, and I bet we're up to maybe 6 or 7 now.
I'd say at least. Yeah.
And when I say breeds and disciplines, kind of use those interchangeably.
Well, it's good. And, of course, the more events we have, the more folks we bring to town, the more money they spend here in our restaurants, in our hotels, in our shops, and all that sort of thing. So what a great economic engine for the community as well.
Yeah. So there's the show that one of the big shows that we've had in the past. Obviously, the fun show is this week. I get to wear a tie for the next 4 days, as we were talking about earlier.
I noticed. I feel like I'm underdressed right now for the deal. That's a few times a year you get to put a tie on.
That's right. Yeah, I know that it's showtime when I have to put a tie up in the mornings. But some other events that we have coming up. So June is going to be heavy for us. This is our month.
This is kind of kicking it off right now.
Yep. And it's going to be the month for Shelbyville too. But we've got the Extreme Cowboys show coming up on the 31st and 1st. And
what's that all about?
So it's really, really cool. It's almost like, I would say, like an obstacle course for horses and humans. I mean, they've got to do different stuff, but they're jumping things, they're walking over bridges, they're opening mailboxes. It's all timed, and so it's a really fun event to watch. A lot of walking horses out there. I'm a mule guy. They got some mules. And so there's some just really well-trained horses that are there. That show has grown and grown every year that they've been here. We love working with them. They're amazing to work with. And why I love working with them so much is I don't know how many shows would allow us to put another show on the property at the same time. But we have the Black Rodeo USA coming on the 31st, and they have grown so much that they're going to do 2 shows this year.
That's a big outfit.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I bet they have quadrupled in size since the first year we had them. They've been really happy with Shelbyville and how we've opened our doors to them, and so we have a great partnership. But basically, their last year surprised us all, how many people we had. A lot of complaints about we shut down Madison Street and a couple other streets because there was so much traffic. But no one was really expecting that type of...
that's a good problem to have.
It is.
If you're shutting traffic down, it's actually a good problem to have.
That's right.
At least for the local economy.
Yeah. But we're going to do everything we can not to shut the traffic down.
We understand that. Well, you plan for it, right?
Yeah. And so this year, they added a second show. So they're going to be at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m., and both shows sold out in 48 hours. And so we're going to be... how
many shows sell out in 48 hours?
Not at our event. None. Hardly any at our facility. So we're super excited.
Folks, we're talking to Warren Wells, the Chief Executive Officer for the celebration here in Shelbyville. We're going to take a 90-second break and be right back.
At United Communications, we bring you fiber fast speeds with a network built for your community. Reliable service, locally staffed support, keeping you connected. Call 931-740-1800 or visit united.net. United Communications, fast, local internet.
Kincaid's is proud to offer Beauty Rest Black to our customers. Beauty Rest Black represents a leap forward in bedding with sleep climate technology keeping you cool and triple-stranded pocketed coils to give you luxurious support all night long. Wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day with a new Beauty Rest Black mattress from Kincaid Service Company. 400 Madison Street, Shelbyville, across from the Speedway gas station. 931-684-5662.
When's the last time you've seen the eye doctor? Don't wait. Whether it's little Carter's first pair of glasses or keeping a good eye on your vision health as you age, your eyes are a precious thing. See personalized care for the whole family and friendly faces at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care on 605 North Main in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. Striving to bring you excellence in optometry every single day. Don't put your family's vision off. Make an appointment today at 931-684-2020. Personalized eye care for the whole family at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care.
Folks, this is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here in Shelbyville, Tennessee, Bedford County. It's that time of the month we have the Celebration CEO, Warren Wells, in here to talk about various activities, and Warren always has plenty to talk about when he comes in here and all the activities they got going on. I know you don't ever get bored out there, Warren.
We don't.
That's right. But what else you got going on? You want to talk a little bit more about the fun show?
Yeah, touch on that. We hope to see as many people as possible to come out. There is a admission fee to get in, so it's $5 to get into the show.
Okay, $5. Okay, that's pretty reasonable nowadays. People pay $300 to go to a concert.
You will, and
we do have to pay for the lights in there, right?
Yeah, and the electricity bill is pretty high. I think it's $18,000 a month we pay on that. And then during the celebration, the month of August, I think it's like a $70,000 bill. So it takes a lot to.
Shelbyville Power likes y'all, right?
Yeah, maybe they don't. I don't. No, they're always great to work with.
Absolutely, but so $5 and then parking's what, $10?
Parking $10. Yep.
But it's just like right across the street. You don't have to go far.
No.
And plus, you have a new handicap parking lot.
We do. Thanks to that partnership with
we always
Cooper
needed
Steel.
More spaces out there. Yep. Part of that partnership with Cooper Steel.
Yep. And so we've got that. And but once you get in, our food is for concession food. We have amazing food, and it is. I'm always told we have to be some of the cheapest concessions around. So.
And really nice restrooms now.
Yes,
we haven't always been able to say that, Warren. but that was part of the renovation.
Yes.
Nice restrooms, folks. Nice seating. You have plenty of seating. So come on out. $5 entrance, free $10 for parking. What time does the show start?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. Okay, folks, come on out. Starting Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, championship night. What else you got, Warren?
That's right. So kind of going through the events that we have coming up. So June 13th, we have the TWHNC Jamboree. It's going to be on a Friday night. And then June 14th, the next week, is Walking for Cancer. So this is a walking horse show that's put on by the Bedford County Cancer Society to raise money. I mean, if any of you have ever, and most of us have, been impacted by someone in our family or close friends with cancer, you know what Bedford County Cancer Society does for that. So this is one of their biggest fundraisers of the year.
They do a great job of raising money for cancer research and helping folks out.
They do. They do.
And well, good deal.
And so so we have that June 14th, and the next week, the week of June 16th. This is the one we've talked about, Scott, before. Cannot tell you how excited we are about this one. So the week of June 16th, we're going to see a big influx of people in Shelbyville. This is the All-American Youth Barrel Race. When we talk about horse shows that sell out or events that sell out, this will be the first one, besides the celebration, in my 4 years, that we will sell every RV spot and every stall.
Every RV spot.
Yep.
That's like 280-something RV spots.
Yep, 286. And we've got a couple of events that sell out the RVs, but we don't have any that sell out all the RVs and all the stalls. And when I say stalls,
that's a lot of stalls.
Yes, I'm talking about the white barns too. We're putting them in.
You're talking about the old historic barns.
That's right.
Let's call them the historic barns.
That's right, the historic white barns. So last time I checked, I think they have booked 850-something stalls. So, Scott, I know you know this, but when you bring 850 horses, you can pretty much guess at least 2 people per horse are coming, if not more. And this is a youth event, so you got grandmas, you got aunts and uncles, brothers and sisters. The town's going to be full. I think I think sometimes we have events out there and we'll have several thousand people, and the town really doesn't feel it. Some of the restaurants will be a little bit busier. Town's going to feel this one
in a positive way.
Yes.
As far as impact on the local economy. And I mean, and that's kind of one of my focuses on the local economy, and what that's going to bring a lot of great sales tax revenue for local government. It's going to bring in a lot of revenue for our small businesses here, and I know folks will appreciate that. That's a large, if you sell at all the RV spots, because we basically have the largest RV park in Middle Tennessee.
That's right. That's right.
And you're selling it out.
Yep, it's going to be jam-packed.
Good deal.
It's a lot of horses.
And that's June?
The week of June 16th.
Week of June 16th.
Yeah, I think
they're here 4, 5, 6 days, something like that?
Yeah, I think they're actual competing the 18th through the 21st.
Is this like a regional show, or what is it?
This will be a national show.
This is a national.
This is our goal.
Oh, we're in big time.
Yeah, this is our goal.
We're going to the show now.
Yep,
okay.
Yep. I mean, we love regional shows, and we have quite a few of them. But I mean, our goal is at least 1 or 2 national shows every month.
You guys are getting national shows. You're doing something right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big deal.
There was a day when I first got here that we'd have national shows kind of talk to us, but we never really got in the bid process. But now we are making the top 3. And we're competing against like Ocala and Tryon and Westworld out in Oklahoma, like stuff that maybe our people don't know about. But in my world, those are like
I've heard all those names.
Yes, yeah, it's like a Wrigley Field and things like. I mean, it's the best of the best that we're competing against, and we just haven't been there before, and so we're real excited about it. And I will tell you this: we are definitely the smallest town that's competing for these shows.
Well, but we have, 104 acres out there?
Yep.
Is that 104?
Right. 104.
You've corrected me a few times. And,
104.
104 acres out there with a lot of barns, a lot of stalls, and multiple venues.
Yep.
And I think folks like coming to a more rural community instead of having to go into a big city and do stuff and try, all that kind of mess. So I think there's an advantage. Plus, we're not that far from the big cities. So.
That's right. That's right.
So
you can go to
kind
Nashville.
of a win-win.
Yeah, easily on one of your nights off or something if you want to. But Scott, we talk about this. When we talk about the celebration. One thing we got dinged on a while was, people just said you don't have enough hotels and restaurants,
right.
And I'm not hearing much about restaurants anymore. We're getting the better restaurants, whether it's fast food or coffee shops that you're looking for, or really nice dining. I don't hear that much anymore, which is really exciting for me.
I was talking to a restaurant owner yesterday, and he was telling me he's getting customers from Murfreesboro and Franklin.
Awesome.
Right. But I mean, think about that. When folks used to go that direction, they're coming this way.
Yeah.
Because of the quality of what we get here.
And how cool does it feel to go to like an old school movie theater and then go have a fine dining experience at the same night on the same square?
You can park a block away or closer and walk between those venues. So,
we have some great.
It's our time.
Yeah, we have
it's
some great
Shelbyville, and it's our time here in Bedford County.
Yep. And so, if the community keeps doing those things, and we'll do everything we can to recruit visitors to come in, and I think we all work together.
Absolutely. What else you got going on?
So, after the All-American Barrel Race, we have the following week will be the State 4-H show. That's another. For me, that's pretty cool. I mean, for 2 weeks straight, we're going to have kids on our property, showing horses, and that's our future. And people from all over the state come to compete in Shelbyville, Tennessee. Again, it's just neat to have the entire state come to our town.
Well, what a great geographic location, because we're basically right in the middle of the state.
That's right.
So that shows statewide, and Tennessee's, it's a long distance east and west.
Yep.
So another advantage we have for doing that. But obviously, and a lot of this couldn't happen, and I'll have to say this, is, people will come once. It's when they come, I'm talking about events, when they come more than once, that's on the staff.
Yeah,
making it a good experience, and on the town and their experience here as well, right?
Yeah,
And I know we're getting a lot of positive comments on your staff and what they're doing to help folks out while they're here.
They're amazing, and that is one thing that even from the day I got here, I always heard you have the most friendly staff that's out there. And I'm not trying. I don't want to talk bad about any other place, but we're a little bit different. And Scott, you and I talk about this a lot on the show. We are not owned by the government. We're one of the few equestrian facilities,
very few,
like us, that are not owned by either the state or local government,
nonprofit.
And so we work a little bit different hours, kind of thing. And so they one thing that we hear is like, well, when we go to a state facility, we can't get anybody to help us at 9:00 at night or whatever. And so for us, we're there 24 hours a day.
Not an issue at the celebration grounds.
No. My staff may not always love it, but but we're there, and
we call that being responsive to the customer.
Yes, yeah. And I would tell you, when we talk in our staff meetings, our team knows that what we do is helps the economy, the local economy, and things like that. It's not just about
there's
our
no
company.
question. Yeah,
we're doing it for our town, so they're bought into that for sure. And then I'll make a little segue to one more thing that we've done. We've had this great partnership with Cooper Steel. We've cleaned up bathrooms, new bathhouses, then all the stuff inside the arena that looks so nice.
Got rid of the prison fencing,
the fence, yeah,
around Cooper Steel Arena. Hate to see that go, right?
Right.
Prison fencing,
new parking lot, all that kind of stuff. And so this week we just completed another project. It's not in partnership with Cooper Steel, but it's just feeding on what they helped us start. And so we have all of our barns that aren't the historic ones now have.
We're going to call them that from now on.
Yeah.
What Warren's referring to is like the 1930s barns or 40s barns that we have out there.
But we now have concrete aisleways in all barns that we have. It used to be kind of hodgepodge. If someone rented the same barn every year, they would maybe invest in it to put the concrete. It's safer for their clients.
It's safer for even ground.
Yep, safer for their horses. And to be honest with you, this when people come, when we try to recruit new events, I told you we hear a little bit about, don't have quite enough hotels for us, don't have quite the restaurants. The bathhouses are really old at your RV park. The other thing that we're hearing that we can impact is the uneven ground that you have around the barn area. The stables need to be a little bit updated. And so we really wanted to get this done before the fun show, but also before this All-American barrel race come in, because we're going to be in front of a lot of new people that have never seen our facility, and we want to put it on the best impression as we can. And so along with all the stuff that Cooper Steel has done, this is one more step that's going to really help us recruit those national equestrian events.
Well, I know you guys have a laundry list of capital improvements you're working on, and as they can be afforded, you're getting them done, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're checking them off the list. Making it a lot better play. Because that, if folks don't recall that, I'm not quite sure late 40s moved to the celebration grounds.
43, I believe, is when the big arena was built.
Yeah, or I know it's in the 40s, moving over from the high school and stuff. So a lot of the infrastructure is very, very old, as you're well aware of.
Yes, yeah.
And as we work to improve all that, we got a great sound system in Cooper Steel Arena now. We didn't have that before.
Yes.
I remember looking at that system going, I remember seeing that kind of stuff in high school.
Yeah.
Back in it. just one more example of getting things done.
Yep. And so we did, so it was 26 barns that got new concrete.
Okay.
And that equals,
That's a lot.
Yes, I got some stats. It is 3,510 linear feet, and that is 25,040 square feet of newly poured concrete.
Outstanding.
So we partnered with Jake Jacobs Construction on that, and they were so efficient, got in here. For them, the nasty weather actually worked out. They couldn't do some of their other jobs, and so the concrete was under roof.
I was going to say it's under roof. Yeah.
And so the nasty weather actually got us in a little.
See, you're always positive, Warren. That bad weather worked well for you, right?
Yeah. But that's what we got going on at the grounds, Scott. I will just give one little teaser, maybe, because we're on radio.
We are.
Next month when I'm here, we're going to have some news on the pavers. So we're looking
outstanding. We're glad to see, and we won't talk about that anymore. Right. But you're going to talk about it next month.
We poured some other concrete yesterday for those, and so that project will be done next couple of weeks.
Really looking forward to that. We're really excited about that, and I know some of the folks out there are as well. I want to make anything else you want to talk about, Warren, before we go off the air?
Like I always say, I thank the community for all they do to support our show and our events. Hope that a lot of you will come out to the fun show this week.
It's just, folks, everything that goes on out there, basically good family entertainment. Obviously, the fun show will be great family entertainment. Come on out. That's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Starts at 6 p.m. $5, nominal entry fee, $10 to park. Gets you very close to the arena. You don't have to park 4 blocks away. A lot of parking right up close. One of the things I do want to mention, Warren, because what you guys do out there, and you are a nonprofit, you do give a lot back to the community. And recently, the Shelbyville Bedford Partnership Community Foundation hosted a run, and there was. And I know you're going to laugh, Warren, if I tell you I'm a runner, but I was. See, I knew you'd laugh. Okay, great. But I've run in a lot of races in the last 15 years or 20 years in Bedford County. I've never seen this kind of turnout before. We'll get 150 people to do a race or something. There was 1,100 and something entries for that race. I think around 800 actually came out and did it, obviously to benefit local education opportunities. So there's a lot of competition between the schools. But the really neat part about it, and I actually did it because my wife signed me up for learning wherever she works part-time, but anyhow, was coming through the horse show grounds because a lot of these folks, they don't get exposed to it. Yeah. And I heard a lot of comments, I've actually never been in center ring, and you guys allowed the run to go right through center ring, and you had an organist playing walking horse music.
Yeah. I can't believe I forgot that, Scott. That was actually the same weekend as the Gypsy Vanner show. So we had the Gypsy Vanner show going on one side of the property, 800 runners coming through. I had done a run myself that did something like this where it circled, kind of a ring. It was a little bit different. It was more like inside a Coliseum thing, and so when the partnership approached me about maybe using our property, I was like, I think it would be so cool if y'all went around center ring. And so we decorated it up a little bit, not quite like the pomp and circumstance you'd have at the celebration, but put some flowers there. And I do need to give a shout out to Brian Peary, the organist, because he just did that on his own.
He did a great job.
Come out. I mean, you don't know how many times I heard.
I felt like I was at the celebration.
Yeah. How many people told me, well, as we were approaching, I heard the music. I thought you just had it over the loudspeaker. Then I see a guy actually playing. And he told me he loved it because when he would get like run and walk music going, people would speed up a little bit. And
I was about to say that. You hear that run and walk on, man. Yeah. I mean, and folks would kind of go through there. And I did hear a lot of very, very positive, not just 2 or 3, very positive comments about coming through the celebration grounds and getting to go to center ring. Yeah. A lot of folks have been going to the show for years, but if they haven't been a ribbon girl or something, they may never, or a trophy person, they may never gotten to center ring before, so they got a chance to do that.
I had someone catch me in the community and say, I've been coming, I'm in my 50s and I've been coming to the celebration my entire life and I never set foot on the track, and that was really cool. So, shout out to the partnership for putting that together. Beth Davis, who led that, is a walking horse person. She moved here because
of walking horses.
Because of walking horses and giving back to our community, and so just that was awesome.
It was, but I just want to make sure we talked about that because it's just another example. I know you guys do a lot of work with public safety training and stuff like that here, letting them use your grounds here. There's just so many things that Celebration does to not just put on shows, but to give back to the local community. So we appreciate that, Warren. Appreciate you coming in today and updating our listening audience on everything going on with the Celebration. And I know folks really appreciate what you and your outstanding staff do to, make Bedford County and Shelbyville a better place to live and work. Folks, this is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. We have 10 government-related talk shows every month right here on WLIJ 98.7 FM, and you get to hear what's really going on and hear it straight from the horse's mouth, as we like to say. Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. Until next time.
Visit Kincaid Service Company today to experience the superior comfort of a Serta mattress. Serta has pioneered sleep innovation for more than 90 years, bringing quality products to more than 150 countries worldwide. Serta Comfort is validated by consumers with thousands of 5-star reviews and are designed and assembled in the U.S. at one of Serta's state-of-the-art facilities. Serta's award-winning mattress collections are created by providing superior comfort along with overall support and breathability. Get Serta Comfort by visiting Kincaid Service Company in Shelbyville. Online at kincaidservice.com. When's the last time you've seen the eye doctor? Don't wait. Whether it's little Carter's first pair of glasses or keeping a good eye on your vision health as you age, your eyes are a precious thing. See personalized care for the whole family and friendly faces at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care on 605 North Main in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. Striving to bring you excellence in optometry every single day. Don't put your family's vision off. Make an appointment today at 931-684-2020. Personalized eye care for the whole family at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care.
At United Communications, we're more than just fast internet. We're your local connection to reliability and service you can count on. Right here in Bedford County. With fiber fast speeds and a team in your community, we keep you connected when it matters most. No long hold times, no out-of-town providers, just real service from people who care. Call 931-740-1800 or visit united.net. Thousands of Tennesseans already trust United. United Communications. Fast, local internet.
If it sounds like this, or this, Classic Country, WLIJ.